everyone, Janie Bennett here from Gem Auras. Welcome to our channel. This is the channel that's dedicated to crystal healing, angel therapy, the law of attraction and vibrational living. But have you ever wondered what is a pendulum? Have you ever wondered how to use a pendulum? Well, if you've wondered those things, you are in the right place. This video is just for you. I've put together some simple, easy ways to get started with using a pendulum. So what is a pendulum? A pendulum is a weighted object that's suspended from either a piece of string, a chain, or I have been known to, well, I've done it myself, use a piece of hair. So what is it for? Well, a pendulum, you can actually program them, and literally it is your higher self speaking, or more accurately, shall I say, it's your subconscious. So when people say, are they accurate? Do they actually work? What you have to be mindful of is that they actually work on your intuition, but at the same time as well, if you're quite fearful at that time, you could be bringing up your fears, and your answers are based on fear. So you just got to be really careful when you're using them to make sure that you're in the right mind. So that's the first thing I'd like to let you know about pendulums, is you've got to be in the right mindset to do it. If you're feeling really fearful, really worried, really anxious, I wouldn't be using one until you feel more in a calm space and you feel that you can connect to your higher self and get the right answers that you are looking for. So do they work? Well, again, like I just said, you've got to make sure that you are in the right mind space to do it. And also you've got to be patient. You know, if you keep asking it the same question over and over and you're not liking what you're seeing, and then you're trying to will it into a certain movement, that's when you do have to be really, really careful. So I would make sure you don't ask your pendulum too many questions until you feel comfortable that you know how to read the answers in the first place. Because otherwise what's going to happen, you're going to get really, really confused, and you're also going to get upset by the results, and then you might actually get the wrong results that you're looking for. So really make sure that you nail how to do it first, get comfortable with doing it, and like I just mentioned, make sure you are coming from that stable and that calm place. So the very first thing to do when you get your pendulum, I prefer gemstone pendulums, so this is going to be very relevant. Make sure that you cleanse that pendulum first. So if you bought it online or you've been to a crystal store, you don't know how many people have handled that. So as you know, with most gems, well, with all gemstones, when you get them home, the very first thing you do need to do is to cleanse them. Don't forget to check out our video on how to cleanse a gemstone. So once you've cleansed your gemstone, then you do need to charge your stones as well. Again, check out our video on how to charge gemstones. So charging a gemstone is to make sure that it's going to be at the optimum it can possibly be. And of course, if you do charge them under the moonlight, you've got that 12 opportunities to do so. So it's always a good time to get them out under the moonlight, get them charged, and then of course, maybe ask your pendulums the questions just after the full moon. That'd be a great way to do it. So you've charged them, you've cleansed them, maybe you want to program them. Again, check out our video on how to program gemstones. So programming your pendulum then, well, I would recommend that if you are someone that maybe uses one for yourself and then one for clients, then I would always recommend having one of your own and then one for your clients as well. You could always go deeper into that and maybe have one to ask it matters of the body, and then have another one to ask other questions. Again, it all depends on you, how you feel comfortable with your pendulums, and how many you want and how many you want to program. So let's say I've got one for myself and I've programmed it to ask questions about my chakras, whether my chakras are open or closed, or whether they need attention. So that's going to be my specific usage, if you like, for that particular pendulum. So you've cleansed it, you've charged it, and you've programmed it for what you want it for, what's next. So as you can imagine, when you're asking pendulums questions, you need to make sure that you're asking questions that can give you a yes, a no, and a maybe answers. There's no point in asking open-ended questions. It can't talk to you. So you've got to ask it questions that has a definitive yes or no. Now, before you start using your pendulum, you need to know what your pendulum gives a yes and what your pendulum gives a no or a maybe indication. Everyone's pendulums are different, and let me explain exactly what I mean by that. So when you're working with pendulums, make sure that you are seated. Make sure that your feet are flat on the floor. Now, the reason why I recommend doing that is that you are feeling totally grounded. It's always a good idea to have your feet firmly planted on the floor. I'm not doing it right now, but make sure that you're not lifting your elbow off and it's just wandering around. You do need to really get your elbow stabilized, maybe on a table. So it's a good idea to sit, feet on the floor, and then on a table so you can lean your elbow. So first of all, we need to ask our pendulum, what does yes and no look like? And again, as I mentioned before, yours are going to be totally different to everyone else's. So when you ask it a question, you might want to say, show me what yes looks like. And be patient. Don't move the pendulum itself, it will start to move. Now, the ways it can move, it could be in a circular motion, either clockwise or anti-clockwise, and it could be in a front and back or side to side plane. So it's going to give you the answers. So that's, you need to be patient. So this is the very first time that you're using your pendulum, you ask it, show me what a yes looks like. Now in my case, as you can see, it is spinning around, and that is my yes, and my yes goes round in a circle and it goes anti-clockwise. Again, be patient. You want to make sure that you get your answers right straight off. Show me what no looks like. So as you can see, my no is straight, vertical, front and back, so that's my no. Again, some people's might be clockwise, their yes might be one way, and then their no may be another. So ask your pendulum, what does yes and what does no look like? And then you might also want to program it with what does maybe look like. I personally don't use that. I really do hope that you enjoyed our video all about pendulums. It really is such a fun and interesting thing to get into. So go grab yourself a pendulum. Don't forget, make sure you cleanse it, you charge it, you program it, and then make sure you're working with it correctly. I really do hope you have fun with it. Now, if you did enjoy our video today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you wanted to, join our 21-day challenge to a Happier You program and check out all the videos we've got in the series. I've also got a sneaky little freebie, a 21-day planner, and I'll put the link in. You can grab that below, and we'll see you again real soon.